Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I will be doing a foundation routine, like a full coverage, flawless looking, skin-like finish foundation routine. If you are interested to see how I do my foundation, okay, I'm gonna include foundation, highlighting, contouring, all of that, but the plan or the main purpose is to make sure that it's flawless. So if you want to see how I achieve that, just keep watching. Don't forget to like, comment down below, and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. Yeah, I really hope you enjoy this video. Until next time, mwah. So I'm gonna start by taking a wet wipe to just wipe my face because there's a bit of eyeshadow and concealer from doing my brows. So I'll just take a wipe to make sure that my face is clean before I do my foundation. I'm gonna go straight ahead and moisturize my face, and for moisturize I'm gonna use this Pond's Flawless Radiance Derma Plus. It's a day gel, so I like applying this before I apply my foundation or before I even prime my face. Because it's very moisturizing. So a moisturizer helps with making sure that your skin does not become dry underneath the foundation, because some foundations are very drying or mattifying. And then I'm just gonna go straight and take my Maybelline New Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser so that it can just minimize my pores, because I have large pores, not that large, but I have large pores right here and also around my nose area. So I like this because it helps with that. A new thing that I've added in my foundation routine is spritzing my face with this Rimmel Instant Fix and Go, because it just makes my foundation apply much more smoother, and it gives me a very sort of smooth and radiant looking skin. So I really like spritzing this just before I do my foundation. You can find this at Clicks. Flat foundation brush. This one is from BH Cosmetics. You guys know that I love these brushes, and I'm gonna be using the Super Stay 24-hour full coverage foundation. Use like 3 pumps. I'll see if there's a need for me to add more, but 3 pumps are usually very sufficient. So I start by applying foundation on my marks. Someone inboxed me asking me about these marks, what are they, why I have them, and whatever. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make a separate video where I talk about these marks, because a lot of people have been asking me about them. So I'll make a separate video where it'll be like a story time or just a chit-chatty video. Comment down below if you do want me to make that, but that's where I'll answer you guys. So as you can see, I am buffing the foundation into my skin. I'm not swiping it all over because that's gonna create like harsh lines. So I'm just buffing it all over my skin. And another thing is that I apply as little foundation as I can on my forehead, because it tends to look very cakey if I apply a lot of foundation there. So the less foundation you apply on your forehead, the better. Real Techniques blending sponge. I love this sponge so much. It literally makes foundation settle into your skin and to last the whole day. Like, it has a very positive impact on the kind of coverage you achieve with your foundation. So I'm just tapping this using the flat side of my sponge, tapping it into my skin. And this is a damp sponge. Make sure that you dampen your sponge before applying foundation, because that will really make a foundation to sort of apply smoother than if it's a dry sponge. I'm gonna use the Maybelline Fit Me highlighter in the shade 40, as well as my LA Girl creamy beige highlighter, which is way lighter, because it gives me that effect that I like when I am highlighting. So I'll start with the Maybelline because it is more light coverage, so I'll start with that, and I'm gonna apply this under my eyes. On my nose, and a bit on my forehead, and a bit on my cheeks. And I am going to reverse contour using the same. So I'll just make a line, and sort of drag it down. I'll blend it a little bit later. And then for under my eyes, I'm gonna go in with creamy beige, which is a very lighter shade, but it gives me a very snatched look that I really like. Not a lot, just make sure that it's not a lot, because it'll become harder and harder to blend it. And I'll just apply the one that's left on my nose. So yeah, I'm just gonna wait a second for this to dry down. While I'm waiting, I'm gonna take my LA Girl what's this, concealer in the shade Beautiful Bronze. I like this concealer because it has a very cool tone, so it's nice for contouring. So I'll just apply a little bit here and a little bit here. I don't really have a big forehead, so I never really focus much on this. I'll just dot a bit there, and then I'm gonna go ahead and blend the concealer for contouring. So just see my technique. I'm blending it into my skin, but going up instead of going down. So I'm going up, taking it into my forehead and ending here. So I won't blend up until the middle of my forehead. So I'll just do this. Once I have done that, I am going to blend my concealer. So I go on the other side of the sponge and start with my chin, my forehead, and my nose. So I'll just fold this, sort of hold the sponge like this to create this thin line, and blend my nose with it. And I'm blending it very lightly so that it does not move or it does not disappear. And then I'm gonna blend here where I've reverse contoured, blending down now, going downwards, but blending into my skin still. So because I don't want a very harsh line here, I am going to take the butt of my sponge and sort of blend the two to create a very seamless transition. So you can see a contour, but it's not too harsh. And before the highlight under my eyes disappears, I'm just gonna blend it. Just notice how I start at the bottom going up. So I start blending at the bottom, blending up, and blending into my nose to sort of reverse contour as well, and looking up to blend under my eyes. I'll bring it as close as possible to my eye lower lash line. Can you see that? So sometimes you can see that there's a line here going the other side. Just make sure that it's blended so that it makes sense, like it needs to make sense. And with highlighting under my eyes, I don't go all the way outside because I feel like it looks more extreme and intense, and I don't like that. So I'm just gonna continue to blend. Harsh line, I'll take the butt of my sponge again. This is just a tip to make sure that there are no harsh lines, sorry. Now that I've done that, I'm not gonna waste time. I'm gonna go straight into setting my highlighter. I'm gonna be using the Yardley loose powder in caramelized, but I'm gonna be mixing it with the Maybelline Master Fix. I have already created a mixture because I feel like when I do this, it gives me a very nice tone, the two powders, because Maybelline is more white, like stock white, and the caramelized is brown. So when I mix this, I get the same color that I would get with a, what do they call this, a banana powder. So I am not baking, I'm just using the same sponge to set all the places that I have highlighted. Especially your under eyes properly so that you don't get creases later. And then I'm going to also set my forehead just in the middle where I have highlighted, and I'm going to set my chin and my nose as well. I'm not baking, but I leave a setting powder a bit longer on my nose area because I like my nose to sort of be more snatched. And then I'm just gonna apply a line here, a very light line, to just intensify that reverse contour and set that area. I'm just gonna blend and blend. I'm gonna use the Fit Me powder, poreless powder, in the shade Caramel. It's 350 Caramel. So I'm gonna use this with my big powder brush and apply it to all the places that I didn't set. So I'm blending as I go. I'm focusing on the places that I didn't set, but blending it as I go. and removing the powder on my nose. Down my neck. I'm gonna contour my nose. I'm going to cream contour my nose today. Usually I would just powder contour it, but I want my nose to be a bit more snatched, so I'm gonna take the same concealer I used in Beautiful Bronze and sort of carve out my nose. So don't apply a very thick layer, just thin it out like so. And this with a flat concealer brush and blending it into my eye area. And sort of blending it outwards like this.
I'm going to take my Real Technique sponge and sort of continue to blend my nose.
And to make sure that there are no harsh lines, I'll go on top of my nose with my sponge just to make it less intensive. Contour my face even more with the Beauty Treats Matte Blush Contour Palette, and I am going to mix these two because this is more cooler and this is more warmer, so I like combining the two. So how I contour with this is that I'll start here where my hair sort of ends and blend, making circular motions like this. So I don't really want a too much sort of contoured look. I'm just gonna contour my nose with that powder. And this is also helping to set this area that I cream contoured with because it's powder. And everything together, I'm gonna go in with the Maybelline Master Bronze color and highlighting palette, and I'm gonna take the same powder brush that I used to sort of warm up the rest of my face. So I'm swiping the 3 darker shades and applying this on my face for that bronzed effect. Then I'll just apply this all over my face so that I look so bronzed, like an African goddess, honey. And making sure that it's blended. And then I'm just gonna apply blush. You don't have to do this step, but I will apply a little bit of blush. I'm gonna use this pinky peachy color here and just apply blush. To finish the whole thing up, I'm just gonna take my sponge to sort of tap everything, make sure that everything is settled into my skin, everything looks flawless, polished, good, brilliant, bronzed, all the good things, honey, all the good things. So this is how I bring everything together, making sure that everything is blended. This is how I achieve my flawless, very flawless foundation routine. Now once I've done that, I'm going to highlight my face using my Palladio I Am Glowing highlighting palette, and I'm gonna use this gold shade with my contour brush and highlight my face to the girls. And I'm highlighting the higher parts of my face, and highlighting this brow bone as well. Honey, I love this highlighter so much, guys. Like, for me, it's the best drugstore highlighter. And I'm gonna use the same shade to highlight my nose. Feeling like being a little bit extra today. And my Cupid's bow. Oh gosh. And then I'm gonna take my sponge to blend everything into my skin and make it very flawless, very radiant, very seamless. And that, my people, is how I get a flawless face. I'm just gonna set my entire face with the same spray I used earlier. Okay, this liner needs to be sharpened. I'm just gonna change my mind and use my matte lip liquid from Sorbet to line my lips. And I'm gonna go in the center with this Vivid Matte Liquid from Maybelline in the shade Nude Flush. Okay guys, this is a completed look. I obviously enjoyed creating it. This is my personal take on a flawless foundation that will last all day. Yeah, do try it and also tag me in your pictures where you have attempted to do this look or this foundation routine. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment down below, and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. I really am excited about this year. There's a lot of things that are coming this year. There's a giveaway that is coming very soon. Okay, not very soon, as soon as we reach like 100 subscribers, we will have a giveaway, but details on that will come soon. So yeah, I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. I enjoyed creating it for you. Do comment down below, leave topics that you want me to cover, leave things that you want me to to create looks that you want me to create, challenges, and all of that juice. I am very excited. I'm very ready to do that. So yeah, from me to you, until next time. Mwah.